Verse 11. He should set in a pure place his firm seat, neither too high nor too low, covered with sacred grass, a deerskin and a cloth, one over the other. Shri Krishna describes the outer preparations needed in order for one to meditate. Remember one thing about yoga. The journey of yoga always starts on the outside and finishes on the inside. This is because the way we know we are now is what we are outside. Therefore, we can only start where we currently are. The practice of yoga starts on the outside and becomes complete in the inside. First of all, yoga can only happen in a clean and pure place. The place where we sit down to meditation must be pure. There is a very big difference between cleanliness and purity. A hospital is clean. People clean it by spraying medicine everywhere 2 or 3 times a day, but you cannot call a hospital pure. On the other hand, a temple must be clean. It must be with all M-U-S-T with all capital letters. It must be clean. God does not reside in a temple that's dirty. I do not know where God's agents live there or not, but God himself does not reside where there is dirtiness. A temple must be clean, but it also has a plus value of purity. A temple has purity. This purity does not come from cleaning with water, sweeping it with a broom, or spraying insect repellent when insects come. Purity arises from the vibrations in the minds of the people that are there. It comes from vibrations. You can even create this purity inside your house. Fortunate are those who have a big house and yet have kept a room just for worship, because there is nothing like it. Even if someone has a smaller house and quite a few people sleeping in each room, they can also have a corner which is a place for God, and this place should remain pure. When a person sits in that corner, then he has to try to make himself develop so that he becomes free from the deformities in his mind with awareness. As soon as wrong thought comes to his mind, then he immediately makes efforts to push it out. These vibrations have a very profound effect, and this is felt in the atmosphere. If you're a little experimental, then you'll notice. Guruji goes to many different houses and he can feel this. There is a room for worship, which is on the majority of occasions is someone's bedroom. People keep a shrine in a small corner of their bedrooms, and this is fine, but what is the atmosphere around it like? You can tell by the vibrations around it. If you study this, then you'll know. If you have an experimental nature, then go and stand in your own kitchen. Stand there quietly for 10 minutes and try to absorb the atmosphere. Then go to the drawing room and try to absorb the atmosphere there. Then go to the children's room, your own bedroom, and then God's shrine. If this experimental nature becomes awakened, then you will feel that yes, there is a difference. The vibrations there are different. Now go to another room, a third room, and then a fourth room, and you will know where people have been performing penances with faith. You will know who has been making his mind one-pointed. Go there and see for yourself. I only say that you should go to a room where the person chants the Omkar. You would feel the difference. The entire atmosphere of the place where the Omkar is chanted changes completely. You'll see through the practice of meditation how one can chant the Omkar. You have to create this purity through efforts. You have to create this purity, and there we must place our firm seat. There are 2 types of seats. The first seat, as it is said, is the one on which we sit. The second is the way we sit. Regarding the seat on which we sit, Shri Krishna says in this verse that the seat should be neither too high nor too low. The way in which we sit must also be steady. When we sit down to meditate, then our posture must be steady. What posture do we sit in? When many people sit down to meditate or do the mala chanting God's name while moving the prayer beads, then they slouch or they lean. Some people sit on a swing. They finish the day's work, eat and sit on a swing with their prayer beads. Therefore, the swing swings, and so does their minds. Yet, if someone has practiced already and the mind has become one-pointed, then it won't make a difference where you sit. But at least when you're making the efforts, then at that time your posture must be steady. How should one's bodily posture be? Shri Krishna explains this in the next few verses. The seat should neither be too high nor too low. This is because if the seat was too high, then there will be no balance, and if the seat is too low, then this is also not right. The seat should be covered with jela, cloth, ajina, deerskin, and kusha. Sacred grass, uttaram, one over the other. Jela, jina, kusha, uttaram. Look how interesting the Sanskrit language is. Uttaram means one over the other. If you're writing jela, cloth, ajina, deerskin, and kusha, sacred grass, on the notebook, then you're writing in the direction of the east. When we sit down to meditate, then we should face either the east or the north direction, but facing the east direction is the best. If we're facing the east, then the north will be to our left. If you're writing Chela, cloth, Ajina, deerskin, and Kusha, sacred grass, on a notebook, then after that you will write Uttaram, also meaning north. If you're facing the east, then what will come first will be Kusha, which will be the sacred grass. Then you keep looking to your left. What type of seat do you need to take? First of all, Kusha is needed at the bottom. Then on top of that, Kusha, which is the sacred grass. Then on top of that, you have Ajina, deerskin. Then on top of that, you have Chela, which is cloth. Chela is cloth and preferably silk. Therefore, first you should place sacred grass on your seat, then deerskin and silky cloth on top. This is the ideal seat. Because of circumstances, we are unable to get deerskin regularly. If this is the case, if it's there, then fine. But if it's not there, then we're unable to use it. Then what? We should use woolen cloth. This is not stated in the Gita, but other scriptures about the path of yoga instruct us to use woolen cloth. When Guruji travels, then he always keeps a nice shawl with him. It serves two purposes for him. First, it will cover him up when it gets cold, and second, he can sit on it while performing meditation. The better the wool is, then the better it would be for meditation. One should keep woolen clothing there. If this is not possible to get sacred grass, then he place wood at the bottom, but wood is called an inferior seat. Wood will only do if you can't find anything else. So you've got wood, then you've got cloth, you've got the woolen cloth, and right on top of that you've got silk. So wood, woolen cloth, the better the wool, the better is for meditation, and then silk right on top. Why is it said to have all of these things as our seat? There are three reasons for this. First of all, sacred grass, deerskin, and the cloth, which can be translated into wood. Then you've got wool, woolen cloth, and then silky cloth. They're all non-conductors of electricity. Electricity cannot go through them. Scientists have proven in experiments that when a human being sits down to meditate, then at that time, energy becomes manifest in his body, and electricity becomes manifest as well. If this energy is not preserved properly, then this energy goes away and is wasted. In scientific language, this is called earthing. As a simple experiment, lie down on a marble floor without laying any covering underneath. If you lie there for 15 or 20 minutes on the marble flooring, then you feel as if a sluggishness has come upon you. Why did this sluggishness come? It is a rule of energy that it flows from where it is in abundance to where there is little of it. This is a rule of energy. Because there is heat in the body feels very active. We do activities when we have a lot of energy, but when we lie down on a marble, then the heat in the body flowed to the marble floor that was cold, and as a result, sluggishness came. This is because heat goes to where there is little of it. In the same way, when a person has not made a correct seat before sitting down to meditate, then the energy that becomes manifest in the body goes away into the ground and its earthing takes place. In order to prevent this energy escaping, these materials are recommended for the seat. Then such a state comes that the vibrations of energy in the body are pulled towards the ground because of gravity, yet it cannot reach the ground because of the seat, and therefore the energy goes back up with the same force as which it went towards the ground. It goes from the Brahmaran chakra, the crown chakra, towards the Muladhara chakra, which is the base chakra, and then gets thrown back up towards the Brahmaran chakra, the crown chakra. It then goes back down again to create an energy circle and electricity circle inside the body. Once this circle becomes steady and fixed, then it will not even matter if you do not have a seat, because the circle is going throughout the body. The energy that is created inside the body stays only inside the body and does not go outside anywhere else. This energy can be used by you for different purposes to awaken your kundalini, corporal energy. This is the type of seat you should take. It should be neither too high nor too low, and it should be firm.